Hi everyone. For option traders, EQSIS got something which is very interesting and very useful for your trading career, which is Option Strategy Builder. And Option Strategy Builder, especially these days, it seems to be very common because you might have seen that a tool is available in every other websites these days. But from EQSIS, if you see that we are pioneer in having option strategies from 2014, if I'm right. And a lot of people used EQSIS option strategies, and EQSIS were able to have that knowledge and experience to bring in with one more interesting features by which you will be really gets benefited out of it. So that is what precisely I'm going to explain in this particular video. Hopefully you find this tool very useful, and this will add more value to the primer members. And I'm excited to present this particular video now. To access the EQSIS Option Strategy Builder, what you have to do is go to EQSIS website, and there you have a section called Apps. There you find something called Primer. And if you get into a Primer, it requires you to log in, because you cannot go to simulators or research tools without logging in. You can simply create an account just by hitting this register button. You can easily create an account, but I already have an account, so I'm actually logging into my account. So once if you log into your account, okay, it actually gives you the scope, which is a simulator or even option strategy builder. Okay. So now I'm actually taking you through the option strategy builder. It is asking me to create strategies. I'll give you the convenience and what is unique and how it helps you to do better with this strategy builder. The point is, once if you hit the button called create strategies, by default, it is loading the option strategy with a company called, with a symbol called Nifty, and with the current expiry, which is 29th December. But if I wish to change it to another company, let's say if I wish to go to Tata Steel, I can actually pick up this term called Tata Steel. Okay. And remember, this is available for a couple of expiry, which is the current expiry and the next expiry as well. So if I wish to work with the next expiry strategy, I can change the expiries. And then what you see the left hand side is the option chain. I believe most of you must be fairly comfortable in doing this particular one. So, and looking at the next one is the charts, what you have. Now you can decide to buy a call options or buy a sell a call options, or buy a put options or sell a put options, and you can form your favorite strategies. Remember, this particular video, I'm highlighting the feature of this tool. But how to form strategies? Yes, why not? We can have a separate video, because if I try to put everything in one video, then the video objective may not be established properly. So coming back to the original idea, how this option strategy builder is unique and in what way it solves many option traders' problem is what this particular simulators video objective is. So let me form a very interesting, a very common, popular strategy, which is now you can notice that Tata Steel is trading at 109. Am I right? 109, and it is true that it is trading in the kind of thin range band, and although it gave a breakout but couldn't sustain, it came all the way. So what we actually expect is Tata Steel to face some sort of resistance around 110 to 115. So it finds a very difficult to go up, and it has a chances to go down as well. Okay, although on an intraday basis it did rally, but it's not that easy for this to go upward. So in a way, that a kind of a strategy, what I wish to form here is, let's say I form a credit ratio spread on using a call option. So I'm actually buying a call around 110 call options. So if I look at the feature, what it shows, the moment I click on to the call option on right hand side, I'm using a buy and sell button. So if I'm buying it, and it is giving me the quantity, and it shows 4.2. Am I right? Now you see it's 4.25. Okay, and it picks up this one. Okay, now I'm buying a call option, and if I wish to sell a call option, I can sell a call option which is, let's say, 115. Why am I selling a call option? Because I want to take the premium back. So I'm forming a strategy. So the beauty is this tool is actually presenting you the payoff. Okay, and on the right hand side, look at this. As I'm scrolling my mouse, you see on right top, it actually present you something which is the, look at the chart here. Okay, the lines will move as per my mouse over here. So you get to know at what range you're making a profits and what range you are in particular loss. So now you see that if a market is going down, I'm actually losing money, but I'm actually making a profits if the markets are upward. But our thought process is that a market can go a little higher, but it still got a scope of going down. So I have to do something to reduce it. As I told you that this is not a detail to talk about strategies, I'm making it into two. Now look at this, what happened, this strategy. This particular strategy makes it positive. Even if a market is downside, it is not going to be an impactful. But if a market is going upward, it has a scope of making money till 115. But as the price reaches 120, it actually breaks even. So as long as next month, if a Tata Steel doesn't go beyond 120, we don't have a problem on this. And coming back to the feature here, it gives you a nice summary that a limited downside profit. Am I right? Because on the downside, it is not unlimited profit you make. It actually gives you a limited downside profit. Whereas on the upside, if a market goes upside, this actually gives you unlimited risk on the upside. So that is another problem we have. Okay, and the risk reward is undefined because now the risk on the upside is not limited. So if it is a limited risk, let's say if I'm actually saying if I'm buying something, it gives you returns for the risk taken, because the maximum returns what we expect here, is 15,000 rupees, because the lot size is 4,250 and the maximum risk is 5,000. So for every risk, we are looking for 3 times, I'm right, close to 3 times. That is what it shows, the risk for the returns taken. But by any chance, if it is an undefined risk strategy, this says it is undefined. So the beauty is it gives you a summary. So if you're new, try read it and understand it, and then you proceed forward. So this is a platform you can definitely use to form strategies, but I yet to reveal what is unique. This is very common, you might have used it. And this is essential, but I'm going to reveal something, the unique aspect of the strategy builder. Okay. And the point is now, it is showing us the lot size and the maximum profits, and it also gives you the excess remarks. Excess remarks comes to you to say whether this particular strategy is good. So if it is anything more than 1, it is fairly good. If it is less than 1, it is quite, not great, but it depends upon your expected strategy, direction. You can still go with that. It's totally up to you. But excess remarks is a proprietary way of, by default, in an algorithmic way, a bot will reply you whether it is good or bad. Any strategies on the fly you perform, you get our feedback. Okay. And look at this one. Now, will I recommend the strategies to someone? I don't recommend the strategy without defining the risk. Okay. Whereas this particular strategy has undefined risk. So somehow I should let my customers or clients to know what exactly the risk they should limit. And whereas if you see that the maximum profit potential is 5 rupees, and the point at which I incur a risk is about beyond 120, which is around close to 10%. So what I want is to limit myself with some risk potential. So what I do is, I can say review and save, okay? And look at this. I wish to set a target that I wish to make a profit if it is around 4 rupees. And if a collective loss goes to 4 rupees, I want to exit this particular strategy. Remember, the beauty is if I hit the save button, stating this is going to be saved. And of course, all our previous trades may be here. But what you can actually do is, this Tata Steel, the strategy what we created gives us immediate MTM. So whatever strategy we formed it a while before, instantly giving us MTM profit, because there may be a slippage. No, the bid ask is still being considered. So this goes very relevant to the real life example. Okay. And the point is, even if you log out now is not a problem, because the back end will consistently monitor. Sooner the profits or losses reaches to 4 rupees, it will be automatically closed, and you will also get a reminder. So the beauty is, you have to enable your telegrams, right? And now this particular thing is also behind the screen, tracked closely. So whatever the strategies you form can be monitored by bot behind the screen. And by any chance, if you wish to manage your positions a bit later, okay, what you can do is, after, let's say I created a strategy now, a few days later, I want to hedge my upside risk. So I don't want to exit my positions at the stop loss. Rather, I want to hedge my positions by adding a call options, because upside risk is unlimited here. So how do I add positions? This particular strategy builder gives you provision to click a button called add leg. It gives you so much of options. You pick up that particular call, whatever the strike. Let's say if I want to buy call option, which is 120, I hit the button called 120 and I can even save trade. Remember this now, if I add this save trade, now it is adding one more positions here. So the beauty is now I can add positions, not just you have to build strategies at the beginning. You can even manage positions, but it will consider the price of that particular day. So this is like a practicing with the real market environment, but it is a virtual. So it is not connected with your actual capital, but this is a very good way to practice platform. I'm sure you will love it. And if you start practicing it effectively, one fine day you will gain confidence. Sooner you will gain the confidence to become a professional trader in options, and you understand what is the risk comes because of adjusting. Adjusting option doesn't mean it is good, okay? But adjustment is needed only when it is appropriate. So I hope this whole tool certainly adds value. But if you want to have more idea in terms of how to dynamically form strategies, how to read option chain analysis, do consider our training program, because if you look at EQSIS, we do have a premium services. If you go to the training, we have advanced courses where you have option trading courses. You can probably consider this option trading course, because if you get into this option trading course where we talk about the risk management, a bit of option Greeks, okay, and we talk about option chain analysis, and we talk about the how to understand the directional aspect of the market, especially how to find a strike price. That is a unique thing. We don't talk about bull spread, bear spread, straddle, strangle. Those strategies exist. But we have a great respect for those strategies because they are very popular, because they are quite useful. But the point what we express in our training program is how naturally we find that particular strategy. How do we customize the strategies by choosing the right strike price? And those things will be part of it. And of course, we enable you to form some real life strategy. Hopefully, you find EQSIS services definitely add value to your trading journey. And we are glad to make such participation with you. And if you like this particular video, do communicate to us by hitting this like button. Do share this particular video, and motivation like this enable us to work so closely with you. And hopefully wish to make more videos in terms of forming strategies and option chains as well. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video till this minute.